right, we are back with another episode of It's That Easy. It is the Friday night edition. If you're listening to this, you made it. Good job. Now, if you work Saturday, sorry about that. But yeah, if you're watching, please like the video. And if you get a chance, go ahead and subscribe. And if you turn on notifications, every time I put out a new video, you'll get notified. And I'm going to tell you how close I got to winning $37,000 today. So let's get started. So first, we got to start off with today's games. Unbelievable games. First, I got to say, if you watch the Knicks and the Spurs, what a game! See, that's how games should be. I saw the Knicks and the Cavs play. It was blowouts. Spurs and OKC blowouts. These games are coming down to the end. This is how it should be. Two teams battling it out to the very end. You don't really know what's going to happen to the last minute of the game. Uh, and I do hate to admit this, 2 nights ago, with the Spurs were the favorite. So it was just tempting to put a little wager on the Knicks, and they won. So tonight, Spurs were a bigger favorite, actually. So it was tempting to put another uh, wager on the Knicks, and guess what? They won again. So sorry, Spurs fans. Nothing personal. I just thought if it happens, win some money, and it happened. So, but let's get into today's games. So here's what I did this morning. I took all my picks from that I made for today's games, put them all out there. There's a ton of underdogs in these picks. And that's why when I had $1 down for 15 game parlay, $37,533. I was like, oh man, that's how crazy this is. Yeah, who knows? Then I start off with the Giants whipping the Cubs. I was like, okay. You start to see all these greens, right? I did mess up on the Marlins there. Bad pick. The Astros proved me wrong there. Um, we got, let's see, Kansas City or the Twins are beating the Royals in the bottom of the eighth. So that was a pretty good pick. Brewers and Rockies tied in the top of the 10th. So decent pick, as big as a underdog that the Rockies were. Mets are up 4-0. Nationals are up 12-1. Angels and Dodgers tied 0-0 at the top of the sixth. So it's possible that we go 13-2 today. Not good enough to win 37 grand, but I don't know. It felt kind of good. So we'll see how this turns out. But regardless, it doesn't matter. Whatever, you win 15 or you lose all 15, doesn't matter. There's always tomorrow. So let's get into tomorrow's games. These are your games for June 6th, Saturday. Guardians still in Texas, taking on the Rangers. Beebe pitching 4.57 ERA. He's lost his last two starts. He's given up 3 runs and 7 runs in his last two starts. And then they lost 4 of his last 5 starts. So not looking good, even though the Guardians have a better record. The Rangers actually had to come back today, down 2-1. Seager, who's back from the DL, hits the 2-run shot, puts them up 3-2. They hold on through the ninth inning. So good for us. Good for the Rangers. Rangers pitching lighter tomorrow. 4.34 ERA. His last start, 5 innings, no runs. He's won hit, or the Rangers have won his last 3 starts. He beat Kansas City, beat Houston, beat Colorado. So for that reason, we got to go Rangers tomorrow. Rangers, it's a -112. I think Cleveland is -108. So it's actually a pick 'em game, it feels like. But I'm going to go Rangers to pull it out there. Giants pitching Rupp tomorrow, 4.22 ERA. They've lost his last 5 starts. He's lost to Milwaukee, Arizona, and the Dodgers. Tough teams, I will say that. But the Giants won today. So that just extends their streak of winning, I think now 3 in a row. Cubs continue to struggle. I think they lost 18. What was the score? 18-3 today. So, it was close. A couple touchdowns and a couple safeties there. Cubs are pitching Brown tomorrow, 1.92 ERA. If the Cubs have any chance of winning, it's going to be tomorrow. His last 2 starts, 7 innings, 1 run, 6 innings, 1 run. So who do we pick tomorrow? I know, good pitcher. I'm not saying that he cannot, pitch well tomorrow, but here's what I am saying. There is a thing called momentum. The Giants have it right now. They're looking pretty good. Cubs are struggling to score runs. Let's see what happens tomorrow. White Sox and the Phillies. White Sox pitching Burke tomorrow, 3.72 ERA. They did win his last, actually, pretty good starts. His last two, 5 innings, 1 run, 7 innings, 2 runs. They won his last start, but they lost the four prior. Phillies pitching Painter tomorrow, 5.74 ERA. He's lost his last two starts, but they did win today. But I got to go White Sox tomorrow. I think the White Sox make a comeback there. Um, Even though the Phillies did win today, I think White Sox are going to play better tomorrow. They'll probably score more runs. Um, let's see, what did they were, oh no, they scored a ton of runs. It was 8-6 Phillies. So it's not about not scoring runs, it's about what pitcher shows up. And I think the White Sox pitcher, Burke, will show up a little more than Painter does. So Seattle Mariners pitching Miller tomorrow, 1.71 ERA, 5 innings, no runs, 5 innings, 2 runs in his last two starts. They won both of those. They beat the Arizona and they beat the A's. Tigers pitching Montero, 3.69 ERA. His last start was actually pretty good, 6 innings, no runs, but they lost all five of his last starts. He lost to the White Sox, he lost to the Angels, and he lost to Cleveland. So sorry, I'm got a weird setup here. We're gonna go Seattle tomorrow, come back, win the game. Seattle lost today, but I see them winning tomorrow. So Red Sox and the Yankees. Judge was hurt. Red Sox came out on top today. Red Sox are pitching Suarez tomorrow, 3.38 ERA. They won his last start, but they lost three of his last four starts. Yankees pitching Warren tomorrow, 3.22 ERA. They won his last four starts. He's beaten the A's, Kansas City, and Toronto. So I got to go on the bounce back tomorrow. I got to go Yankees winning. Let's see. Yankees lost today 5-3. That's gonna be a close one because the Red Sox have a really good road record, but we're sticking with the Yankees. Orioles pitching Bradish tomorrow, 3.44 ERA. They've won his last two starts. Here are his last two starts: 7 innings, 1 run, 6 innings, 1 run. Those are good starts. Beat Toronto and beat Tampa Bay. Blue Jays do not have a starter listed right now, but they are still favored. Actually, it's 112, and I think the Orioles are minus 108, so it's pretty close. It's kind of a toss-up game as well. We're gonna go with the Orioles to stick with the. They won today, 13-3. So let's say the Orioles keep the magic going. Tampa Bay and the Marlins. Tampa Bay was one of the stains on my record today. That was a bummer. They shut them out. They went 6-0. They Tampa Bay was coming off a rough last series. The Marlins were doing pretty good. I guess Tampa Bay said no, sorry. Rays are pitching McClanahan tomorrow, 2.45 ERA. His last two starts, 5 innings, 1 run, 5 innings, no runs. They won his last start and four of his last five. They won today. Marlins, I don't see having a pitcher yet. So either way, look, they still like, hey, we don't care who's pitching for the Marlins. Tampa Bay is minus 142 favorite. We're going to go Tampa Bay tomorrow to keep it going. Then maybe they get back on track here, start a little streak going on because a couple weeks ago I was winning really well with Tampa Bay. They were beating everybody. So Pittsburgh and the Braves. Braves won today. Pirates are pitching Ashcraft, 2.77 ERA. His last two starts, 6 innings, 2 runs, 6 innings, 1 run. They won his last three starts against Minnesota, Chicago, the Cubs, and the Cardinals. Braves are pitching Strider, 3.77 ERA. They did lose his last start, but they won the four prior. They beat Boston, Miami, the Dodgers. To me, more impressive wins. The Braves are at home. Braves won today. I'm gonna go Braves. They won 6-3 today. So they held their own. So I'm gonna stick with the Braves tomorrow to keep that momentum going. A's and the Astros. Astros did get me today. They said, "Hey, you pick the A's. We'll show you." Also, another one. I think they were both minus 110. This is like, yeah, we have no clue who's going to win tomorrow. But the Astros did win today, 5-1. A's are pitching Morris, making his first appearance ever. I found no information of him ever pitching in the major. So this is it. And Astros are pitching Ima, 5.52 ERA, but his last two starts were really good. 6 innings, 2 runs, 6 innings, no runs. But they've lost his last start and four of his last five, and I'll tell you why. It's called bullpen. The bullpen showed up today. They did a good job. They won today. So for that reason, we got to stick with the Astros tomorrow to keep that going. The A's, um, yeah, they're struggling to score runs right now, and I think that keeps going. So, Royals and the Twins. Royals pitching Avila, 4.44 ERA. His last two starts, 5 innings, 1 run, 3 innings, 3 runs. They did win his last start, but they lost the four prior to the Yankees, Boston, and the White Sox. Let's see, are they winning today? Nope. Top of the ninth. Twins are up 5-2. Twins are pitching Ryan tomorrow, 3.20 ERA. Won his last three starts, beating Chicago and beating Houston. So pretty good wins there. For that reason, you know what we got to do. We got to go Twins. Stick with the Twins. Actually, KC was up for like the first part of the game, and I thought, wow, terrible pick. Twins came back, took the lead, and I think they're going to keep that going tomorrow. A good 156 game there. So favorite. Let's see, Reds and the Cardinals. So Reds, well, Cardinals won today. They took care of the Reds. They won 10-3. Reds pitching Lodolo tomorrow, 5.20 ERA. His last two starts not too bad. 6 innings, 3 runs, 6 innings, 1 run. They won his last two. They beat Atlanta and Washington. So those are really good starts there. But the Cardinals are pitching Liberatore, 4.35 ERA. His last two starts, 5 innings, no runs, 5 innings, 3 runs. They won his last start and three of his last five starts. Cardinals at home. Cardinals doing well. We're going to go with the Cardinals tomorrow to continue that streak there. Brewers and the Rockies. Okay, let's see. I gotta look this one up. Brewers and okay, yeah, Brewers went up 9-5 in the top of the 10th inning. I think they're starting to get their groove back a little bit, and it comes at a time where they pitch Mizorowski tomorrow. 1.65 ERA. His last two starts, 7 innings, no runs, 7 innings, 1 run. They won his last three starts. He beat the Astros, beat the Cardinals, and he beat the Cubs. Rockies pitching Gordon tomorrow, 6.37 ERA. They've lost his last five starts. They've lost to the Giants. He lost to the Dodgers. They even lost to the Rangers. So um, you see, Milwaukee is a huge favorite. Mizorowski, that dude, I think the last game he pitched, I think he threw close to between 8 to 10 pitches that were over or close to 100 miles an hour. So got to go Rockies on that. I mean, got to go Milwaukee on that one there. Mets and the Padres. Mets are up 4-0 in the top of the ninth inning. Mets pitching McLean, 4.21 ERA. His last start, 5 innings, 1 run. They did win his last start, but they lost the two prior to Cincinnati, and they've lost to Washington as well. Padres pitching Canning, 7.16 ERA. That is a horrible ERA. But his last two starts, 5 innings, 3 runs, 6 innings, 3 runs. They've lost his last five starts. They've lost to Washington, Philly, and the Dodgers. So Mets look like they're going to win today. I'm calling Mets to win tomorrow. They're actually favored tomorrow, I think, because this pitcher has such a high ERA. So we're going Mets tomorrow. I don't know if I like them favored, but we're going with them anyway. Nationals and the Diamondbacks. Nationals are up 12-1 right now in the top of the eighth. Nationals pitching Littell, 5.01 ERA. His last two starts, 6 innings, 2 runs, 7 innings, 1 run. They won his last four starts. He's beaten San Diego, Cleveland, and the Mets. Diamondbacks pitching Rodriguez tomorrow, 2.24 ERA. That's a great ERA. His last two starts, 6 innings, 1 run, 6 innings, 2 runs. They won his last three starts. They beat the Dodgers, they beat the Giants, and they beat Colorado. So it sounds like a tough matchup tomorrow. I'm not sure why it's a 9. Well, I mean, I guess Littell has a 5.0, but he's been pitching well. I would, so I'm going Diamondbacks tomorrow, and I would even go the under tomorrow on that game. And then last game of the night tomorrow and the last game of the night tonight, Angels and the Dodgers. Angels and Dodgers are tied 0-0 in the top of the seventh. Nobody on. I actually went the under on this one. It was like 6.5 or 7.5. I picked the under, and man, nobody's scoring anything. Tomorrow, the Angels pitch Kochanowicz, 5.23 ERA. His last two starts, not too good. 2 innings, 3 runs, 4 innings, 5 runs. They lost his last start and four of his last five starts. The Dodgers pitching Yamamoto, 2.86 ERA. That's a really impressive ERA there. His last two starts, 5 innings, no runs, 7 innings, 1 run. Great starts. Won his last two starts. They were against Philly and Milwaukee. So really good teams. Had really good starts, had really good wins. So guess what happens when they play the Angels tomorrow? Yeah, we're going LA. Now I don't know if I would go the under on this one tomorrow, but today, yeah, they're at zeros in the seventh inning. So who knows what's going to happen there? But those are your picks for Saturday, June the 6th. Let's see. So we don't have as many underdogs as we had yesterday, but we do have a few. We got San Francisco. We have the White Sox. We still have Baltimore as a underdog there. Um, Going Houston and wow, even the Mets are not an underdog. No, that's it. So this should be interesting because today was a dog day, I think. Dogs are winning today. And some of your favorites tomorrow, probably gonna be Milwaukee's probably gonna turn it on tomorrow. Atlanta will probably turn it on tomorrow. Um, interesting. I'm a little nervous about that Boston Yankee game. The Twins might turn it on tomorrow too. I think that would be it. There's no one I feel, not too many I feel like, oh, this is a guaranteed win. It's going to be a tough one, guys, but let's see what happens. So, if you're watching, please like the video, and if you get a chance, go ahead and subscribe. I hope you had a great week. I hope you have a great Saturday tomorrow. Um, NHL finals are tomorrow since basketball was tonight, and they're tied one apiece. So that's a pretty good series there. These are your picks for Friday. Hope you enjoy watching baseball. Hope your team wins unless they're Cleveland. Then I hope your team does not win. And also, if you decide to bet on baseball, I hope you win a ton of money. Have a great one.